Alright, summer's over. It's a new school year, which means a whole lot more studying. You've got exams coming up, assignments due, and it feels like you got no time. So what do? You start sacrificing your workouts because you've got no time to revise and study and get good grades. But what if I told you it doesn't have to be that way? What if I told you the exact strategies on how to be an A-star student and build an amazing physique all at the same time? This is exactly what I'm going to tell you in this video. How to keep making progress in the gym whilst balancing your studying and exams, all without burning out. Now, why can you trust me? I'm a 20-year-old dude who's just passed all of his exams. I've now finished school, and this is the physique I built whilst I was in school as well. So without further ado, let's get straight into it, and I'll tell you all the exact strategies I used. Now, first up, we've got your mindset. Now, before I mention any of the strategies in this video, if your head isn't in the game, then you're going to fail and burn out really easily. You're not going to always feel like getting up and going to the gym. You're not always going to feel like sitting down and finishing that assignment or writing that essay. And that's completely normal. But this is where discipline comes in. Discipline beats motivation every single time. We're hyped, we're excited, we tell ourselves that this is it. This is finally going to be the year. I lock in, I get the best grades, I become that A-star student whilst building a sick body at the same time. And then fast forward 2 weeks later, you've already started school, you've been trying to go to the gym, and you've fallen off. That's when you gotta realize that this quick boost of motivation that you're getting at the start of the year isn't gonna cut it. It's not gonna last. You gotta rely on your routine, your discipline, and putting in the hard work even when you don't feel like it. So it's not going to be easy. If it was easy, everyone would have A's, everyone would have a dream physique. But this is where you've got to stand out and prove that you're different to your classmates, different to the people you go to the gym with. So now that we got the first point out of the way, let's get into the rest of them. Point number 2, routine, routine, routine. Without a routine, we fall back into our old bad habits and our progress stalls. Now, we all know school can be chaos and stressful. In order to deal with the chaos of exams, assignments, and all this homework that our teachers are dumping on us, plus trying to balance that with the gym, you've got to plan ahead. Now, most people plan what they're gonna do for the gym and for school as the day goes by. Or some people, they might not even plan at all. In order to succeed in these parts of your life, you've got to improve your time management and develop a routine. And in order to do this, we've got to stop going into each week blind and start planning our weeks the week before. Think about it. If you go into your week blind and you've got all these responsibilities that are on your shoulders, you're going to feel overwhelmed, stressed, and just burn out again like you have been before. So what I would do in school, which really helped me, is every Sunday night before the new week, I would sit down, pen and paper, and just write down my week, Monday to Sunday, and write down each day what I would be doing. Now, when I plan ahead, some questions that I'd ask myself before I made this plan is, what are the best times that I can work out hard and consistently? When are my exams or essay deadlines? And what times should I delegate study sessions where I can actually lock in and get some work done? Now, having a schedule is really key, but if you have no consistency with it, it means nothing. So a method that I used to make sure that I didn't skip the gym, I stuck to my schedule, I didn't miss any study sessions or meals, is a little method I like to call habit stacking. And to put it into summary, habit stacking is where you take a new habit that you want to do and attach it to an existing habit that you already do consistently. The formula is simple. After current habits, I will do new habits. Pretty simple. Now, an example for this when you're trying to balance school and the gym could be, after brushing my teeth in the morning, which is your current habit, I will open my school planner and review the lessons and tasks I've got for the day, which is your new habit. Now, another example could include, after I finish my last class at 4 o'clock, which is your existing habit, I will head straight to the gym, which is the new habit. Now, this works because instead of starting a whole new routine from scratch, which is going to take you a lot more effort and willpower to start, you're taking an existing habit and just attaching a new one onto it. So you can keep a similar routine, but just basically improve it over time. This is going to reduce your decision fatigue and make the new habits of studying and working out consistently a lot easier, as they're attached to a habit that you already do. So that's our second point, starting a routine and sticking to it consistently. All right, now we move on to our third point, your energy and your recovery. There are 3 key parts of your day to keep yourself feeling energized, have a full recovery, and to not burn out when you're trying to build a good physique and pass your exams. These three parts include your meals and nutrition, your sleep, and your hydration. Now, the first one we're going to start off with is your meals and nutrition. You've got to realize that your food is fuel. Your brain and body are running off what you put into it. If you start to skip meals, rely on caffeine, and eat processed junk food, it's just going to increase your brain fog, reduce your energy, and make you burn out and crash so much easier. You just got to follow some simple nutrition rules. Now, these could include eating some balanced meals, especially hitting your protein goal if you want to build some muscle. Don't take any caffeine past 2 p.m. as that's just going to hurt your sleep. And finally, don't eat the shitty foods that they give you at the cafeteria. It's a waste of money and it's not even good for you. Instead, just take a lunchbox. Now, another point I'd like to make with your nutrition is to not skip breakfast in the morning. Now, I get it, we've got to be up early, some of us 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, or even earlier, maybe even 6 a.m. Now, because we got to be up early, we've got to fuel our body, give it some energy. Like I said, your food is your fuel. So having a nice nutritious meal first thing is going to really stabilize your body and give it some energy, which is what we need for a long school day. Now, one last point I'd like to make with your nutrition is to eat with consistency and not restriction. You're going to have days where you go out for food and cheap meals, you're going to get stressed and feel overwhelmed, and you're going to have late nights. Just make sure 80% of the time you're sticking to it. You're following your routine, you're eating some balanced meals, but keep that extra 20%. You want to have fun. Having fun will make it easier to follow. You got to make sure you enjoy yourself in this process. Balance is key, and if you don't enjoy yourself and keep that balance, you're going to burn out and it's not going to work. Now, the next part of your recovery that's really important, which I'm a big enthusiast on this channel if you've watched some of my other videos, and it's your sleep. Now, the reason why I mention sleep so much is because it's so important, and I never prioritized it when I was younger and I was in school. You're trying to do a lot. You're trying to study a lot. You're trying to go to the gym a lot, but you got to realize you can't out-train or out-study bad sleep. Sleep's going to repair your muscles for your next workout. It's going to relax your brain and your body, ready for your next hard studying session. Now, a mistake I made, if I haven't had time during my day to go study or go to the gym, I'd sacrifice my sleep just so I could get those tasks done. But I didn't realize that getting less sleep and doing these tasks would hurt me more in the long run. You can't be running off 4 hours of sleep. It's much better to get a good, consistent 8 hours each night instead of staying up just to get a little bit more revision done or to try and hit a gym session. Now, like we said before, have a consistent routine. Have a bedtime and a wake up time that you're going to stick to every single day. Some strategies I like to use to improve my sleep is to just fully wind down before bed by having no screens 30 to 60 minutes before I go to bed. I also like to read so I can relax myself and improve my knowledge. And I also treat my room like a recovery zone. So I'll make sure my whole room's tidy, I've got my bag packed for school the next day, and it makes me feel a lot better when I wake up in the morning. Now, the last point I'm going to make with your recovery and energy is your hydration. Now, I like to keep a water bottle with me most of the day to make sure I'm getting in at least 2 liters of water every single day. If you're studying and training long hours, then I'd recommend drinking a little bit more than 2 liters. This is because water is going to help you with your energy regulation, reduce your brain fog, and just make you feel more energized before your next training or study session. Trust me, even if you're slightly dehydrated, your focus and performance is just going to decrease. And in return, this will make your fatigue rise, make studying and training a lot harder. A method I like to use to make sure I don't forget to drink is, like I said, keep a water bottle next to you all day, but also set reminders on your phone. Just reminders that say randomly during the day, drink water. Because even when I'm locked in, I'm studying or I'm training, I seem to forget. So that's our third point, energy and recovery done. Focus on your meals and nutrition, your sleep, and your hydration. And that is it, our most important strategies to try and finally make you an A-star student this year whilst building your dream physique at the same time. Make this year different. Be better than all your other classmates. Don't be the one that procrastinates, stays up late, and plays video games. Be the one that's locked in on the gym, locked in revising, and finally prove to yourself why you can be that guy. If you've got any questions or like me to go into more depth in any other points or make an extended version of this video, leave a comment and I'll make sure as usual to answer them all and give you my best advice. Thank you boys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Adios.